Good morning. Good morning. You can see and you can hear. Hello. Um, Good morning, everybody. Let me just check this mic level. I changed it just a moment ago, just a snip more. Okay, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And this morning's song surgery will be Get Carter theme tune from my smash hit um, Note to Self CD. Uh, Everything seems to be, the software here is telling me that you're seeing and hearing, so I can only assume that you are seeing and hearing. Um, uh, it's dull in it's dull in South Shields. It's dull in North Tyneside as well, Graham. And the 12-string acoustic has worked a treat. Thank you very much. Anybody on Facebook who can see Graham Gall has just commented. He supplied me with the 12-string guitar the other day. Okay, so you can see me and you can hear me, yes? So Get Carter, theme tune from the excellent British gangster movie. First time I ever heard of Get Carter was when our history teacher at school, back in the early 1980s, said, "Oh, there's a movie on tonight starring Michael Caine that was filmed in Newcastle, and I'm in it." And we all watched this film to see our history teacher, whose name was Mr. Whizback, extraordinary. Quite a character he was, and there's a scene where Michael Caine is standing with Eric, who he does murder at the end of the film, and Michael Caine and Eric are standing next to each other, and our history teacher is standing just to the left of Eric. And that was the first that I ever heard of the film. So the first time I ever saw the film was all we were doing was looking for landmarks, didn't really pay any attention to the story or what the film was about. And it wasn't until many years later that I realised that it's really a very, very good film, whether it was made in Newcastle or not, you know. I'm assuming you can see me and you can hear me. If anybody can just say yes, you can see me and you can hear me, because I don't want to sit here like that for half an hour. So let's go. Story of Get Carter. For those of you who aren't English, there may be some people who live in other countries who do know the story of Get Carter. But basically, Jack Carter is a gangster based in London. His brother is murdered in Newcastle, so he gets a train to Newcastle from London, and he avenges his brother's murder. All good, thank you, Jeff. That's all I needed to hear. Those of you who are obsessed with the film, that I'm not, but when Michael Caine or Jack Carter is in the train going to Newcastle leaving King's Cross, the guy who murders him on the beach at the end of the film is actually sitting in the compartment with him. A little detail there. Good, thank you very much for letting me know. Yeah, yes. So Jack Carter's going to Newcastle, and the people in London, his gangster superiors, don't want him going up there and causing problems, so they send an assassin up there to take care of him. And Jack Carter doesn't know who that assassin is, and he's actually sitting next to him on the train going to Newcastle. It's great. Oh, just a little detail there. Okay. So he's in Newcastle, he's causing a bit of bother. I'm just going to close the chat box there. He's in Newcastle, he's causing a bit of bother, and his fellow gangsters invade the bedroom where he's having a session with the B&B lady, and he says this.
Now, take me back to London.
Take me back to London. That's what it's all about, my son. Right, so.
Now, take me back to London.
Now I should say that this is an old song and that should have a wah-wah pedal on it there. It's not the end of the world, but let's just see if it works. Right, okay, I haven't got the wah-wah pedal on that intro. That's alright, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just have a look at what's happening on that intro. Right, okay, so of course, the bass, let's solo the bass, because that's kind of the driving force of the whole track. And I have the bass coming through here, going through Amplitube 4, of course. So in Amplitube 4, I have, first of all, we have the Ampeg compressor on the floor. We have the Ampeg amp, and we have an 8x10 cabinet, right? And as you can see, the gain is quite high here, so it's quite a distorted, driven bass sound, played with a plectrum, and I think I'm quite subdued there. So if we go to the middle of the song, I'm digging in a bit further. Yeah, it's driving, you see. That's my Fender Jazz bass that I bought from Sound Control. Sounds Live. Bought it from Sounds Live in Newcastle years ago. Never looked back. It's been on every track I've ever done. This, I don't know what the drum software is here actually. I think it's Addictive Drums. Just give us a moment. This is the automation panel. Yeah, the wah-wah pedal has disappeared. Or is he? Where is the wah-wah pedal automation? The wah-wah pedal automation is not there. Okay. I mean, I haven't opened this song up for donkeys, you know. So, you know, certain things, you get little strange things. I did say that I was going to be doing Hold On as a song surgery, which I will. But when you open songs up that are years old and things are missing, and then you haven't really got the time. So there we've got the rhythm guitar, we've got the drums, we've got the bass. Okay, we've got like a percussion thing going on in there. Where is it? It's like a tabla kind of thing. I think might be the best way to describe it. If I can find it, there it is. Right, that's obviously programmed, right? Because I can't remember. I have actually got some tabla and some Indian sounding samples, but when I did this, that was before I got those plugins. So you've got, yeah. Now the melody on the original film is a harpsichord. Now, Take Me Back to London. Is that the sound of Get Carter? Yeah. There's a pad. See, that pad's faded in there. And you see, just as it gets to the top of the hill, let's exaggerate that. Exaggerate. Make your point. You see, so there, see this spot here at the top of the hill? That is the precise moment that the harpsichord comes in. So that's a crescendo on the pad coming in. Yeah. There is also a Fender Rhodes in here, the funky Fender Rhodes. Now that I've extended the screen, let me just compress that back down. Where have we got the Fender Rhodes? There he is. Okay, let's have a listen to the Rhodes. So you got the Fender Rhodes doubled up with the harpsichord. Let's hear it all. Okay, and then the groove, here we go. Slow shaker. Those drums are boomy. I didn't EQ when I were doing this track. I did not know how to EQ drums, so they're very boomy in the low end. Yeah, so slow shaker, half-time shaker. The temptation would be to make the shaker go checka 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 checka, which I think it does later on in the song, if I'm not mistaken. But at the checka 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 checka, it kind of pulls it back, makes it grind. Now got the Hammond organ in there, courtesy of the brilliant Native Instruments. Let's listen to the Hammond organ, see what's going on. There he is. This is before I met Rabbit Bundrick, otherwise, I wish I could have got Rabbit to put organ on this, but anyway, here you go. Okay. Right, shall we go into detail? You want detail, or do you just want us to skim over it? If we go into detail, see the organ's kind of playing higher register there because it's introducing itself. And then it drops down to a lower register chord to get itself out of the way to make room for the melody to come back in. See? So it goes down. Right. That's because the organ, the melody's up here and the organ's up here. So the organ comes down to here. Not volume-wise. Volume stays exactly the same. But the chord comes down so that this area is now clear for the melody to come through, you see. Guitar playing the melody. And I've got that going through an amp called Fat. Amplitube 4, of course. Oof, nice and out of tune. Right, so we go to the ride cymbal. did was as I stole Michael Caine, and he's on the beach, and it isn't actually Newcastle. I think it's up at some people say it's up past Blythe, Ashington way, and some people say it's Seaham down in Sunderland. I don't know which one it is. Is there anybody out there who can confirm where this scene was shot? You know, there's the thing dropping the coal, the slag into the North Sea. Very, very nice it is. And so you've got Michael Caine, and he's caught up with the guy who killed his brother. He's tracked him down. He's got into the story. He knows who did it. And yes, I produced the music for Get Carter, not the film. This is mine. Get these. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you'll not see this. These people. Do you want to be famous? This is on Twitch. No, I don't really want to be famous, actually. If you don't mind, thank you very much. Leave me alone.
I want you to drink all of it. Do you understand?
Do you want now? You see, this is cut. You see this gap here? It's cut. I don't. Hopefully, you can see that on your. This is cut, and the reason it's cut is as it's around the melody. Right. First of all, not only is it around the melody, but it's around the beat as well.
I want you to drink all of it.
I want you, 3, 4, to drink all of that. You see, it's in. I cut it so that it's in time with the music.
I want you
3, 4, or 1, 2.
Drink all of it.
3.
Do you understand? Just like it was with my brother Frank.
With my brother Frank.
Gotcha. Drink up. Drink it.
So what he's doing at this point, for those of you who haven't seen the film, and don't go on Netflix or iTunes and get a film called Get Carter starring Sylvester Stallone. With all due respect to Sylvester Stallone, you will not get the double-barrel shotgun version with Sylvester. Well, you may get a double-barrel shotgun, but it's not the double-barrel shotgun that you really want. So anyway, he's got Eric on the beach at Blythe, and he's pouring a bottle of whiskey down his throat. He's forcing him to drink this bottle of whiskey, which is how he killed Jack's brother. He's revenging his brother's death by forcing the whiskey down his throat. So you can hear Eric. What's the name of the actor? The name of the actor again? I know him. He's a famous British actor. You can hear him like that, heaving as Jack's pouring the whiskey down his throat.
Drink it! You have a good laugh when he was spewing it out? Did you pass the bottle round when the car went over the top? Hey! Goodbye, Eric!
Goodbye, Eric. Now I can tell you now.
Goodbye, Eric!
He hits him over the head with a shotgun, kills him with a shotgun. Doesn't shoot him. He hits him over the head with it. I was driving the car and I was working on this track, and I'll just check your messages that I'm still here. Do you want to be famous? No, I don't. Thank you. Goodbye. I was driving the car and I was working on this track, and I had the idea to put Michael Caine's voice in here. And having seen the film a few times, not many times, but I've seen it maybe 3 or 4 times, that scene where he says goodbye, Eric, that's when I had the idea that would be the intro to the guitar solo. So when he says goodbye, Eric, and hits him over the head with the shotgun, that's when the guitar solo comes in.
Hey! Goodbye, Eric!
tell you a couple of things about that solo in a second, but I want to just bring our attention back to the Hammond organ. There he is. Now we should see, will we? Yes, there we are, right, you see. So this, you see this line here, it's creeping up. This is the distortion on the organ. You see this when it goes up? Yeah.
Just like it was with my brother playing. Watch. Drink up with my brother.
Just like it was with my brother Frank.
Just like it was with my brother playing.
I tried to EQ the different. I tried to EQ the detail out of this, but it wasn't easy. And if you listen in the background, you can hear that big mechanism. Go on YouTube. Not now. You're already on YouTube. Not during this video, but have a look after this video, after this stream, and put in Get Carter End Scene, and you can see all of this. And there's this huge big structure, this big mechanism that's dropping the coal slag into the North Sea, and you can hear it.
Just like it was with my brother playing. Watch. Drink up.
You can kind of hear this winch, pulley kind of sound.
You can pass the bottle round when the car went over the...
You can just hear it. Did you pass the bottle around when the car went over the top? And then he can't control his anger anymore and he kills him.
Want you drink all of it. You understand? Just like it was with my brother playing. Watch. Drink up. Drink it! You ever go to the hospital when he was doing it, huh? You can pass the bottle around when the car went over the top. Hey! Goodbye!
So the organ's gone at that point, only temporarily. If you're going to remove an organ, a Hammond organ from a mix, it's never going to be permanent. It's never going to be permanent, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just solo this. So the then a smooth pad takes it over. That's the floor of the. That's the floor of the. I'll tell you what. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it without the guitar solo. Be brave, Paul. Be brave. Get rid of that guitar now. So you hear the organ drop out, and then the pad.
Hey! Goodbye!
Well, there's some stuff going on in that rhythm guitar there. Let's have a listen to that. Like triplet things. Yeah. So the electric piano is going to come back in here. And then the organ will come back in here. Let's listen to that organ with the Fender Rhodes. It's not a Fender Rhodes, it's a software knockoff, but it's pretty bloody good. Oh yeah. Dabba, 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 dabba. Percussion has come back in for the first time since the introduction. It's everything and the kitchen sink. And of course, there's this other little bit that I missed out here.
I'm the villain in the family, remember? Now, who killed him?
That's Jack, or shall we say Michael Caine, on the high level bridge in Newcastle, and he's talking to, is it his brother's sister or his brother's sister-in-law or his cousin or something like that. I'm the villain of the family, remember? Who killed him? And the actress playing that part, I forget the name of the part in Get Carter, but it is the wife of Bob in The Likely Lads. Yes. I can't remember her name in The Likely Lads either. Basically, also, I'll just point out that there's actually only about one or two genuine Newcastle accents in the entire film. The rest are all some kind of hodgepodge, botched New Yorkshire accent, which is supposed to be a Newcastle accent, but it's not. Now, this is the solo. These are different guitar solos that I've cut between. So there's 1, 2, 3 solos. That would have been one solo. It's had bits cut out of it. And this is another guitar solo. It's had bits cut out of it. So you see, it's like a compilation of 3 takes. Bloody loud, eh? Speaking of guitar solos, the solo on this is a strat. Let's just listen to the solo. I was playing the strat and I broke a string, and I was into it. It was happening, and I broke this string, and I thought, and I literally, as quickly as possible, put the strat down and picked up the Telecaster, went back into record and continued. Let's see if we can find that change. That's it. That's the Telecaster. That's the Telecaster rescuing the take. Yeah, I think that's the point. This here is where the guitar string broke, and that's where I stop record, plug the telly in, back to record, just to try and keep the vibe up, you know. put a single coil pickup with that much distortion on. Can you hear that fizz? Let's isolate that and loop that. That's what happens when you use that much distortion on a single coil. Yes, wild, isn't it? Okay, so that's pretty much the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole track. Nothing else happens other than the solo keeps going and the melody comes back in with the guitar and the harpsichord and the organ playing it all. So there's the organ, there's the harpsichord, and there's the rhythm guitar. All of these drums are programmed by fingers on the keyboard. I do the bass drum and the snare drum, and then I put the hi-hat or the ride in, and then I break them up and I put dubba 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 tom fills and stuff like that. It serves its purpose. I've started to program drums again because I'm using the V drums to actually play them like a human being rather than fingers. For a long time I've been using, like, you know, with the privilege of having people like Ted McKenna and Jim Drummond and so on my sessions. It's difficult to want to go back and start programming drums, but that is a privilege that is seldom on offer because of the amount of effort I have to break down the studio. Neighbours, I've tried to record drums in this house and the neighbours freak out. So, you know, because I've recorded so many live drum kits now, it's difficult to want to program, but like I say, it's a privilege. And with this ridiculous lockdown, COVID nonsense, crazy world, I've gone back to programming drums using the V drums. So that's pretty much the song, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much it. Frank's his brother's mistress, is it right? Pete, Pete C, I'm glad you said something about films, car documentaries or films or something like that. Thelma. Yeah, Pete C, yes. If you want to talk about that, drop us a line. Paul Hickey, Thelma was Bob's wife in... you got it up very loud, blowing the doors off. That's what I like to see. Yeah. Margaret was the mistress of Frank, my brother Frank, and Thelma was the wife of the browbeaten, henpecked Bob in the brilliant Likely Lads. And I'm not one for BBC sitcoms, but the Likely Lads was very good. My favourite moment. What's your favourite moment in the Likely Lads, ladies? Well, I'll tell you what my favourite moment in the Likely Lads was. I'll answer the question, Neil, about the programmed drums any second. But what I will say is that there's a scene where Terry's sitting down at North Shields with his fishing rod, and he's got 6 cans of McEwen's Export. And Bob comes down and he's come down because he's round with his wife, and Terry's sympathising with him, and he says, "Well, I'd offer you a can, but I've only got 6." No, this wasn't done for a commission, Pablo. This was done purely for my album. Yes, it was done purely for my. How close you can get programmed drums to sound very good, I believe, if you can find a drummer who's prepared to trigger them from a V kit. You can get some very good results. Yes, it's not a live drum kit. Yes, I understand that. Yes, I sympathise with that. I know Jim doesn't dig on the programmed drums or the V drums, because he's a real drummer who's played real drums all his life, you know. But there's a program called Superior Drummer 3 out at the moment, and you trigger them from the V drums, and I'll tell you what, you know, if you're just going, like, I play my own drums now, you know, I think it's great. I think it works an absolute treat. If you start getting into things that are a little bit more sophisticated, then I think that's a different story, you know. But the trick is to remember how to mix them, you know. Superior and addictive. Have you got Superior 3, Neil? Because that's what I use. I use Superior 3, and I occasionally use the Native Instruments Abbey Road 70s kit. That's a lovely kit. That's a beautiful kit. Also BFD. Whoops, what's going on here? BFD is also very good. Okay, so I think that's what's going on here, laddie. Oh, that's right. Okay. Version 2 for now. Yeah, version 3 is great, but you know. So that's it, more or less. That's the whole track. It's from a CD I made called Note to Self, which is it's in my top 3 favorite albums that I've made, and I hope you've enjoyed me talking about this. I will be doing another Sound Surgery next Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. I hope everybody in South Africa has tuned in. And I will be doing the live stream guitar show from Sunday night again on Thursday morning, and that's a guarantee. What have I got to say to you now, ladies and gentlemen? There's a few messages there. I think I've kept up on all of them. So we'll do the usual. We'll listen to the track all the way through. I'll turn off my microphone and I'll turn off my camera, so you don't have to look at me sitting here picking me nose. And I'll come back at the end. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll keep an eye on the chats as we listen through. So just give us a moment to set this back up. Oh. Right, from the beginning.
Now, take me back to London.
was just about to answer Bev and say yes, Bev. I did all of that. I programmed the drums and played the bass and played the keyboards and all of that. Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much. Let me just say, I mean, I was talking to a computer professor yesterday, and he was advising me on certain practices with YouTube and stuff like that that can pull your, and I have not, you know, I have to take responsibility. I haven't been utilizing the manipulation of the YouTube demographics as well as could be. In fact, I haven't been doing anything at all. I've been so obsessed and absorbed by the content, how it looks and how it sounds. That is my driving force. But yeah, it's thank you very much, Bev. So I am now going to start applying these. I'm now going to start applying these things that I haven't been in the past, and I'm going to start producing videos that fit a demographic. It's something that I've kind of said that I didn't really want to do, but I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it in a way that I want to do it. I'm not just going to promote or sell anything. So if you've got anything that you want me to promote or sell, be sure to drop me a line. Nick, thank you very much. I enjoy them. Davey O. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I'm planning on doing more of this kind of stuff. I think that the issue is that it's all right me sitting here playing and putting out pieces of music that people may enjoy or appreciate, but I think the idea is best to also offer something that engages the listener. Promoting, it's all about the promoting. Yeah, Pete, I mean, that's basically what I need to do, you know. I mean, I've got, like, Jesus, over 215 live streams alone, you know. I mean, you know, look at Joe Rogan, he's on to 2,000 or something. But I mean, yeah, so I'm looking at ways of developing and expanding, and I trust that you good people who tune in every week or every few days are sharing and saying positive things. I mean, I'm very fortunate in that the people who tune in are always, you know, I get very few thumbs downs or nasty, angry, unhappy people. Yeah, Joe Rogan's great. Joe Rogan, he gets some great guests on. I've discovered some very interesting personalities through Joe Rogan. Also, I could highly recommend Talk Radio at the moment. It's not it is on the internet. Talk Radio are asking questions about things that are going on in politics in the world that the BBC just will not touch. Yeah, Pete, I think that. I mean, I'm an addict and an alcoholic. I haven't drank for almost 26 years, but I know that. It's the individual's unhappiness, not the thing that they're attacking. You know, I've attacked plenty of things in people because of my own unhappiness, and I've learnt the difference. Still hurts when people lash out at you when you're just trying to do something good, but hey, who cares? Let's not worry about that. Okay, that's it. Oh, God almighty, I keep pressing this button. It's the wrong button. What else was I going to say? Yeah, that's it. So keep an eye open for the live show Thursday morning. There'll be a repeat of Sunday night. I'm also working on the Band of Friends Christmas special, which is going very well. Accentuate the positive. Yeah, I've got ideas. I've got so many ideas. It's like I'm going to do a tour of the studio, and I'm going to do a series. I'm going to do a guitar collection series. 6 years to get 22,000. Well, I subscribed to YouTube in 2000 and I can't remember, and I've got 6,000. I'd love 22,000 if I had 22,000 subscribers. Yeah, lots of ideas, lots of plans. That's it, basically. I'll see you all on Thursday morning. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I've got a series in mind called. I'm not going to say what it's called because somebody might steal it. Well, I've interviewed people. I interviewed Mark Egan from the Pat Metheny group, and I interviewed Jason Lollar, the pickup maker. I interviewed Lance Lerman, the guitar maker. It took 10 years to get 21 subscribers. It's mad, isn't it? But these young kids know how to manipulate stuff on the internet, and this is something that I need to start paying attention to. And I was given some very solid advice, and there's some stuff that I have literally just not been taken care of. Yes, link me to your Friday Night Live chats, absolutely. Invite me on. I mean, let's go. Let's see what we're going to do. And if you want to talk about, you said something about a soundtrack for a car thing. If you want, yeah. Okay, folks, that's it. I'm going to say cheerio. I'm going to press the night button, and I'll see you all on Thursday morning. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you've enjoyed it. Microphone off, and then the picture will disappear. Stay in touch. Cheery bye.